Welcome back, everybody, to Rising the Ranks. Last week, we stayed in the green, 7 out of 13. I'm not proud of it, but we're sitting down at 40 wins and 22 losses this year. We aren't chasing profit here. We are chasing greatness. Mistakes were made, adjustments were built, and now let's get ready for this legacy fight, UFC 326. We got two legends, Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira for the BMF Championship. Max Holloway is a striker. He's a legend. He's from Hawaii. He knows how to fight. He got knocked out by Ilia Topuria, and his only submission loss was to Poirier back in the day. He's durable, man. This guy is chaos. Then you got Charles Oliveira, the most dangerous finish in UFC history. His chaos is in the game, man, but he's been unpredictable. He can get knocked out. He can strike. He's been improving himself over the fights, but he's been knocked out. He's been unpredictable at times, and when it gets to later rounds, he can be gassed. He can gas out, and he hasn't been in 5 round fights, man. He only been one with Michael Chandler, and he looked vulnerabilities at the later rounds. I think I gotta go with Max Holloway by decision here. The cardio, the volume in round 4 and 5 is the difference maker. This can be a chaotic KO or a submission by Holloway, man, if this gets dangerous. But KO and submission is always live here. Now let's go with the co-main event, Caio Borralho versus RDR. This is a middleweight chaos, man. Borralho's from the Fighting Nerds. He has high fight IQ, defensive, elite anti-wrestling. He doesn't hunt the KOs. He's a technical fighter. He likes going in. He goes in straight up to you, piece you up. He's very good at that. And his defensive wrestling is elite here. Now RDR, last fight he got gassed out. He said he was sick with norovirus and his blood cells were low. He won my heart with that win over Bo Nickel, and then he pieced up Robert Whitaker, but it was a close fight with Whitaker. He showed his cardio is a serious red flag here, and during his last outing, I didn't like how his fighting style was. But RDR can get taken down, he can get clipped, he's shown vulnerabilities, but if Borralho stays composed, this can be Borralho's fight. But RDR is taller, he's stronger, he's a different animal here, and a lot of people are underestimating here. And I have to go with RDR by submission. If he comes in healthy after the weigh-ins, I'm going for RDR by submission. But if he looks weak, I have to go with Caio Borralho. Next up, we got Rob Font versus Raul Rosas Jr., the gatekeeper versus the prodigy. Gee wee wees. Rob Font is one of the best boxers in the UFC. This Puerto Rican legend has been improving in his takedown defense, but he's been taken down a lot of times, but his striking is clean, man. I like the way he fights. He controls the cage, and he's a scrambler. He's a dog, man. Now Rosas Jr. is a relentless grappler. He's being tested in the UFC. He's one of Dana White's favorite fighters. He's explosive, but we see him slow down when he don't get the submission. Can Font really improve his defensive wrestling in this match? We will have to see. If he stuffs the takedowns, if he stuffs the few takedowns to keep this on the feet, this can be his match. But if Rosas gets this to the ground, has that scramble, he can punch. He's a wild fighter. I don't like many fighters, but this is one of the fighters that has impressed me in a different way. He can move on the ground, stay on the feet. I'm going Rosa Jr.'s by submission here. The data shows that Font's wrestling is not that good, and his takedown defense is not as elite as before. Now let's continue with Gregory Robocop Rodrigues versus Brunno Hulk Ferreira. I doubted Ferreira in his last fight, but he came in a little heavy, and this is going to be a heavy punching match. This is a rematch. On his first fight, Ferreira knocked Robocop out, but Robocop has been coming in clean. I lost my faith when I saw him against that fight. He lost against Reinier, I think. But after that, I saw him live in MSG. He showed a different kind of guy. He's big, man. He's big. He looks big. He has that forward pressure. And Brunno Ferreira can strike. He can handle himself, and he can knock people out. But I need to see more of Ferreira. I don't think he's disciplined enough to really win this rematch, and I have to go with Rodrigues by KO. He's fighting smarter. He's a difference maker in the rematch, but this is a high Byron's fight, man. You gotta watch out with this because the knockout can come early. If it don't come early, this can be extended to a decision and mess up a lot of parlays, man. Now we got Drew Dober versus Michael Johnson. Two legends in the game, pure technical violence. Dober is a dog. He's a tank. He trains in elevation over there in Denver, Colorado, I think. He's durable, and he will eat shots to give you two shots. He will land to give you that left hook. He wins by breaking you mentally, man. He's really a forward pressure fighter. Now, Johnson is old, the menace. He still has fast hands at 155. He's the cleaner boxer. He's a nightmare, man. He wants the title. He's hungry. Johnson will likely win the exchanges early with his speed, but if this turns into a war in deep waters and gets pushed to the cage and it's not in the middle of the fight, Dober can really take over here, but we will have to see how their cardio plays here. Johnson has that age, but I've been favored. The older guys have been really doing great here, and I gotta go with Johnson by decision. He has the speed, the experience. He can take rounds early. He's more savvy in the ring, and he knows how to work it. Now, next up, we got Donte Johnson versus Cody Brundage. I've been waiting to see Donte Johnson in action again. He's 7-1 with a 7-0 with a 100% finishing rate, man. His last fight, he got a submission. He's a sniper. He's a southpaw with long reach. He carries power that ends nights early. He hasn't been tested against real MMA fighters because he's new. Now, Brundage is going to try to make this ugly. Look for the takedowns. Look for the ground and pound. Try to look for the clinch. We saw Brundage get out wrestled by Dumas, man. Out of all the people, Dumas. And guess what? Donte already finished Dumas. The key here, if Donte doesn't stop the first shots, the takedowns, Brundage starts to fade, man. And when Brundage starts to fade, the KO is live. I gotta lean with Johnson by KO. He's too explosive. The reach advantage is just massive. He can really hurt Brundage in this one. Now we got the bantamweight great Xiao versus Cody Garbrandt. Ah, man. The veteran Nola versus the grit Xiao Long. Xiao Long thrives in ugly fights. He's durable. He has high output. He wants to drag this into a dogfight. Now the bet. Garbrandt is still world-class speed. He knows how to use the fight. Man, he knows how to fight. He comes in hard, but his chin is questionable. If Cody stays disciplined with his movement, he's levels above Xiao. But if Xiao stays long, forces the brawl, and makes this scrappy, and the momentum shifts, man, this is going to be dangerous. I got to lean with Xiao Long by decision. He's going to force the pace and make the veteran uncomfortable. This will go 3. All right, guys, let's go to Ricky Turcios versus Alberto Montes. The zombie meets the submission specialist. Ricky Turcios is chaos in motion. He walks forward, eats shots, gives shots. He relies on his iron chin and high volume. He's moving up weight permanently here, so he don't have to make that massive weight cut, and he's looking bigger already. Alberto Montes is making his UFC debut. He's a shark on the ground, slick transitions, dangerous anaconda choke, man. And you know I love me an anaconda choke. Turcio creates scrambles, but scrambles aren't exactly where he thrives, and that's where Montes thrives at, man. And this is gonna be a difficult match for Turcios, and a favorable match for Montes, since Montes has the takedown advantage here, man. And I gotta go with Montes by submission. Chaos is the latter, but against a submission specialist, man, this is usually a trap. This is high risk because of debut factor. And you know I don't like picking debut fighters, but the upset is real. The upset is real on this one. Now we got flyweight clash: Cody Durden versus the Mongolian guy. I can't pronounce that guy's name, man. Durden is a blue collar wrestler. He's going to try to close the distance and make this grind top control heavy. He's going to look to control the top, man. That's where he excels at. Now, Tumendemberel, or aka the Mongolian guy, is explosive. He has a reach advantage. He loves to touch people from the outside with his straight shots. He's very dangerous. This is range versus control. If Durden gets the takedown early, he banks the round. This is very winnable for him. But if the Mongolian guy stays mobile, he can pick Durden apart, man. I have to go with Tumendemberel by decision. He's explosive, and the reach could really keep the wrestling at bay here. He's long enough to reach the scorecards, man, and win. Mudaerji versus Jesus Aguilar. He has a 10-inch reach advantage, man. The sniper. Sulmajer is a technical southpaw nightmare. When he has his pace and when he's going, he's a surgeon with that left cross and those front kicks, man. The pressure is real. Now, Aguilar is a hammer. He needs to close the distance, turn this into a wrestling match, man, into a heavy wrestling match. Can Aguilar stay inside and be defensive with the wrestling? He's very short, man. You got to watch out for this. I got to go with Sulemaji by unanimous decision. He's going to spend the 15 rounds touching Aguilar from a different zip code, man. You got to watch out. But the wrestling of Aguilar is also live here. His overhand punch can knock out anybody, but that's the only weapon he has. Now we got a heavyweight bout, man. Rafael Tobias versus Diyar Nurgozhay. Shoot boxing pressure versus distant management. Tobias is training over there with shoot boxing, man, with the elites. Tobias brings that classic of violence first style. He's a true finisher. He got knockouts and submission. He doesn't care. Whatever you want, he will give it to you. Now, Nurgozhay is coming off 2 losses of submission. He's a kickboxer who wants to keep this long. He's technically sound and has shown major weakness on the ground, man. I have to go with Tobias by submission. He's going to give Nurgozhay a fight for his money, man. He's been struggling with grapplers, and Tobias has the grappling edge. If he takes this on the ground, he can really pace him up. But be careful with this one. It can go a decision, and everything can mess up if they get tired with their wrestling. Now we got Lee Jeong versus Gaston Bolaños. The Korean Tiger versus the Muay Thai Sniper. Now, Lee has the size, the 5-inch reach advantage, and the more evolved wrestler. He can bully you in the clinch when he's in the feet. Bolaños is a human highlight reel with them spinning attacks, but he struggles when he's forced into deep exchanges. Man, this is going to be a war between these two guys, but I have to go with Lee Jeong by decision. He's the more complete mixed martial artist here. He uses physical control. He can control the pace, and he's more powerful, man. Now we got Luke Fernandez versus Rodolfo Bellato. Precision versus pressure. Fernandez is a sniper with a 76-inch reach, 90% takedown defense, and coming off a 15-second KO win, he's high level accurate. Bellato is a brawler who's nearly 6 significant strikes per minute. That is dangerous when you're facing a guy like with Fernando's timing. Fernando's dangerous but leaves his chin open sometimes, man. This is going to be a heavy fight, man. If both men come to fight and they're not tired and they're at their best, this is going to be a war. But I have to go with Luke Fernandez by knockout. Bellato defensive liability meets Fernando's accuracy, man. This is a bad recipe for the tank. Alright guys, this is the full card. If you reach this far, comment below so I can keep doing these videos, man. I gotta get your feedback.